Hey, this is Judge Waits bringing you a hardcore team deathmatch on the map Vertigo. Man, I get off to a great start on this map and then I end up blowing it. You're going to laugh at the first way I die, so make sure you check that out. Now, I don't want to spend any time talking about this gameplay or anything like that. I actually wanted to respond to a question I got from somebody. Somebody asked me, hey James, I'm a Christian, but I really struggle with a lot of things and I don't understand why I keep struggling with that. And I don't know if you've ever had that thought, and check this out. I guess I will talk a little bit about the gameplay. I'm dancing with that guy, but I don't know if you've ever wondered that or thought that, why do I keep on sinning? Why do I keep on being drawn to this stuff? I'm supposed to be a new creation. Shouldn't I not be desiring these sort of things? Shouldn't I be different? Man, I spent a long time growing up thinking I was the worst Christian in the world because I struggle with these things, and I had these things that I just could not overcome, things that I'd do well at, then I'd fall down, then I'd do well at, then I'd fall down, and it was kind of like up and down like a roller coaster. But I never understood what the heck was going on in my life. I just felt like crap because I kept on sinning and kept on doing some things. Well, if you ever felt like I did, let me share a passage with you. It's found in Galatians 6, beginning at verse 16. It says, "So I say, live by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the sinful nature. For the sinful nature desires what is contrary to the Spirit, and the Spirit what is contrary to the sinful nature. They are in conflict with each other, so that you do not do what you want." Now, basically, what Paul is saying there is that we have these two sides, these two natures to ourselves. We've got the old nature. This is the nature that we had before we met Christ. It is selfish. It wants to please ourselves. On the other hand, though, we have this side that wants to please God and is very unselfish. The problem is these two sides are going back and forth at each other, trying to draw us in different directions. That's why sometimes we do what we know we should do is right, and sometimes we do what we know we shouldn't do, which is wrong. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that lifestyle gets really old really fast. I felt, like I said, like garbage half the time living my life. So I want to help you guys out. I want to give you one practical tip to kind of get away from this trap. And it involves something that I heard from a pastor one time. He was telling this story about this Indian chief, and he was speaking to his braves. The Indian chief told his braves, you basically have these two dogs inside of you that fight each other. And when the one wins, basically it draws you into a direction that you do not want to go, one that is very selfish and evil. But he said when the other one wins, it draws you in a good direction and you do things that are good. And basically he just went on to tell him that these two dogs are going to be fighting in your life, dragging you in different directions, like Paul was saying. Well, one of the braves said, well, which dog wins in the end? And the chief responded, well, it's really the one that you choose to feed. Man, there's a lot of truth to that. The call to follow Christ is really a call to die to yourself, a call to die to your sinful nature. Man, you can't keep bringing garbage into your life and expect not to act on it and go in that direction. We got to quit feeding that sinful nature. On the other hand, we need to start feeding our new nature, and we do that by reading our Bibles, by praying, by going to church, and by doing all those sorts of things. It really revolves around developing a relationship with Jesus Christ and with the Holy Spirit. Paul goes on to say, you need to walk by the Spirit. You need to live by the Spirit. You need to be led by the Spirit. You need to keep in step with the Spirit. That's the key. We have to develop that relationship with God. And I tell you what, it is a daily thing. It's not something that, you decide to do it and all of a sudden everything's great. No, it's a daily thing where you have to decide to die to yourself, die to that sinful nature, and actually develop that relationship with God. Feed that one side, because the stronger that side gets, the more victory you're going to see over to those things that you're struggling with, man. I hope this hits home. If it is hitting you, man, you can send me a private message or anything like that. Feel free to ask me anything. I want to encourage you to read a book called Forgotten God by Francis Chan. He's really talking about the Holy Spirit a lot in that book, and I tell you what, the Holy Spirit is key to this victory. But like I said, if you got any questions, let me know. Hope this helps you out. As always, though, take care and God bless.